I've been gone for so long that it is almost embarrassing to be back. Hello to all my lovely loyal subscribers, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel and thanks for choosing my video as a pastime. It's literally been over a year since I've put out my last YouTube video, and I am finally in a place where I'm ready to put myself back out there and let everyone in on my life and a lot of things that I have going on, and to pretty much keep doing what I know that I was destined for. So without further ado, let's get right into today's subject. I figured since I've been gone for a while, and I do have some people that are subscribers and I do have some people on my social medias who are aware that I was gonna have a video come out, I wanted to kind of update everyone on my life, where I'm at with everything, and then we can kind of grasp an idea of what my future content is going to be about. I want to give you all, sorry if I'm looking down, I have my notes here because I'm disorganized. So I want to give you all a brief update on my personal, mental, emotional, and spiritual parts of my life, so you can kind of understand where I'm at in life and how far I've came since some of the last videos you've seen, or if you know me, you don't. Things have changed, a lot has changed, and I can't wait for y'all to get to know me and pretty much just understand the rebrand and where I plan to bring this channel, because we are going in an entire different direction. It'll still be lifestyle, but I do want to deep dive into a lot of like these 4 areas of my life, just so that way, because I know there is people out there who are like me and who have the same interests that I do, or some people are just nosy and that's fine. So I want you guys to be able to kind of get the inside scoop on a lot of things, and I think it'll be fun. So without further ado, let's actually jump into this life update, you guys. So in my personal life, I feel like life has been fair to me, and I mean that with the good and the bad. Like, an example of what exactly I mean is that, like, I've been sleeping more, so I am very well rested. I would say I wake up energized and I'm able to just tackle my day, and I do go to bed earlier than I normally do, so I have been getting a sufficient amount of sleep, and that's been lovely. But also, I really haven't been putting my all into my goals, so I am not as far as I would like to be, and that's fair. I mean, it's that's the simplest way for me to put it. Also, it is important to note that I am pregnant and that also kind of has played a part in why I haven't been able to kind of keep up with the things that I like to do. I've been keeping it to myself mainly. There is people and friends that know, and like, while I have been keeping it to myself, I also kind of was a bit loose on like Facebook or Instagram with like either sharing memes or commenting on friends like statuses and things like that when we're talking about either like pregnancy or babies or thoughts and things like that. But I've never actually admitted yet. Today's May 10th. By the time you see this video, I'm sure people would know. But I haven't actually like admitted that I'm pregnant. So there you go, the cat's out the bag. I'm nearing my 5-month mark in a couple of days actually. So I'm pretty far along, and it's been a blessing. My husband is content with everything. And I think for me, I was a bit down for a while because I was believing that maybe I was infertile, you know, because we had been trying, so things like that. So it makes me happy to know that like I actually can get pregnant. Like, I mean, it's a blessing. I'm blessed. My husband's happy. I'm happy. And I really, really cannot wait to give birth. You will hear more on motherhood and my journey later down the line, because that is a whole different subject in itself. We'll save that for another time. Mentally, I'm not even gonna lie, I am not, or I wasn't where I felt like I wanted to be. It's not a bad thing, so that's not at all what I'm saying. But I was in a really good space, and then things kind of just went downhill from there. But I'm also not mad at myself, and I'm treating myself with grace because I am pregnant and I am creating life. So I'm dealing with an influx of hormones that I haven't actually really felt before. So it's pretty much a new chapter for me, and I have to understand, like, this comes with being pregnant and I'm human. What I can say though, I do feel like it's taken a lot of the hard work that I put into healing and kind of bring it down. So like, I feel like I was at an 8 with my mental health, and then it brung it down to like a 4. And at that point, everything that I had worked on and learned when it came to bettering my mental health, I pretty much had to actually implement. So I brung myself from like a 2 to like a 8, and along the way I learned everything. So then when my mental health started to depreciate, I literally had to implement everything that I learned to kind of bring myself back up to where I was. And that was one of the hardest things, but I will say now that I'm in a very good place and I've came a long way, and I'm very proud of myself. And on the days where I do feel like it's not so good, I'm able to kind of just say, you know, it's whatever, take a nap, read a book, take a bath, charge it to the game. Some of the effects that I did have from my mental health kind of like plummeting was that it caused me to slack off in a lot of different areas. I pretty much like stopped cleaning. I was never really an organized person, but like I feel like I've just been like, my life has just been so cluttered and just disorganized, and even at work things have just been pretty hectic. I haven't been to the gym. I had all these plans for YouTube. I had all these outlines and like digital planners with like everything that I needed to do. I created like an entire calendar for when I wanted to record, post, edit, things like that. And all of that just went out the window. So some of you may know, like, I have an Instagram where I would post like fitness content and things like that. That went out the window. And you know, so I feel like with the lack of mental stability, a lot of things that I once cared for kind of really just went out the window. And I'm just very grateful that I am in such a better place to where I'm able to recognize that and able to say, okay, we're not doing that no more, we're good, we're past it, let's move forward, you know. Moving on. Emotionally, I have to admit I am a bit softer. I can say I'm finding my happy medium and finally slowing the time down. My emotions were running wild at one point. I've believed that I'm in a place where I have them under wraps. I'm comfortable enough and confident enough to say that I know what's healthy for me and what's not. I don't deal with more than I have to. That's the tea. That's it. Now, I know these days spirituality is such a big thing, and if you go on TikTok, like, that's probably one of the main things that you see, but that's not what this is. This is a bit deeper. But I will say, spiritually, I know that I'm exactly where I need to be. I do understand what's healthy for me and what I don't have the capacity for. So I really don't allow myself to hang on to things that I know does not serve me. And I am 100% okay with letting that go and leaving it where it's at, because I genuinely just don't have the time for it or the energy to waste on it. I think I'm at a place where I know when it's time to wash my hands with something, so I don't spend too long dwelling on it. And I know for a lot of people that's hard, and for me it was hard at one point, but now it's as simple as just putting something down, and that's really it. Wish I would have learned that earlier, but at the same time, I feel like with me about to become a mom, that I learned it at the right time. And I believe that when it comes to things like that, I'm at the healthiest stage of my life. Also, I've been heavily weighing my options and considering getting initiated into a new religion. It's not a new religion, but new for me because that's not something that I was practicing before. But I have been thinking about it a lot. I felt like it kind of found me, and I feel like it serves what I believe in and it serves my spiritual needs. So that's another reason why I've been considering it, and that also plays a part into you know, a lot of the things that I'm reading and a lot of the systems that I'm trying to implement into my life and create, so that way that kind of leads me to a better path when I do kind of find my place within that religion. So before I get my reading and meet with like the babalao, if you know, you know, I do plan on kind of grounding myself a bit more and clearing all of the clutter physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually before I actually continue through and like do all the ceremonies and things like that. I want to know who I am before I do that, and I kind of want to let go of any baggage that doesn't belong, and I want to be able to breathe first. I want to be able to kind of take it day by day and keep on finding who I am and allowing like that kind of ebb and flow of the positive energy just stick around a bit longer before, you know, I have other obligations that I might not be ready for at the current moment, if that makes any sense. In conclusion, oh my gosh, I feel like I kind of exposed so much to you guys without even telling you everything. I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I'm going through a rebirth, and I feel so secure within myself, and it's been so beautiful to say the least. This new chapter in my life, I feel like, is unfolding, and it's unfolding at the proper time, and I feel like I found my place within the world and within adulthood. I have the courage to put myself out there again, and I'm very grateful and excited for my viewers to kind of see this journey and also follow along with me. And what's crazy is that this is only the surface. I plan to peel back the layers and allow you guys to dive deep into a lot of these areas of my life with me. You guys will get to grow with me, my husband, and my baby, and it's gonna be such a beautiful thing. And I'm just so glad that I finally have the courage to really put myself out there. For those who know and who have actually sat down with me, that was something that scared me the most. I'm a very private person. You may see a couple things here and there on my social medias, but you don't really know much about me, and that was my fear. But I feel like I'm at a place where I know what to share and what I can hold back on while still allowing you to deep dive. So I'm not gonna be a punk anymore. And I really do want all of you guys to truly see the beauty in life. And for those who know me from my childhood, I want you guys to get to know me again and kind of just see where life takes me, where life takes us, because, you know, we will be growing together. And I'm just very grateful that you guys are choosing me. So thank you for everyone who supports me, and I love you guys, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Bye.